You think pain is a mistake? A glitch in the system? No. Pain is the architect. It's the chisel that carves away the excess until only the core remains. You spent years trying to outrun it, drown it, numb it with distractions that left your soul parched. But pain isn't an accident. It's a curriculum. And you? You're its most relentless student. Every shattered night, every hollow stare at the ceiling, every time your chest felt like a war zone, it wasn't punishment. It was tuition. You paid it in blood, sweat, and sleepless hours. And now you're fluent in the language of endurance. They'll never understand how you survived the inferno without begging for mercy. They think survival requires screaming, pleading, collapsing into pieces. But you learned silence is louder than any cry. When they expected breakdowns, you gave them stillness. When they waited for you to beg for scraps of love, you turned inward and built a fortress. Pain didn't break you. It burned away the illusions. It stripped you of the lie that people are inherently kind, that loyalty guarantees reciprocity, that vulnerability is always virtue. What's left is the raw, unfiltered truth of who you are. A man who doesn't flinch when the world throws stones, because he's learned to build walls with them. You remember the nights, don't you? The ones where your heart felt like a grenade with the pin pulled, where your throat burned with unsaid words, where every breath was a battle. Those nights weren't your downfall. They were your forge. While others slept in their comfort zones, you wrestled with ghosts in the dark. You stared into the abyss until it stared back, not with fear, but with recognition. You didn't need a savior. You became the storm and the shelter. Now they say you've changed. They call you cold, distant, unfeeling. But they're blind to the fire that reshaped you. You're not colder. You're clearer. You don't need their validation because you've tasted the power of self-reliance. You've learned that silence isn't surrender, it's strategy. That smile you wear isn't fake, it's a warning. It's the smirk of a man who's been buried alive and emerged with dirt under his nails and a crown of scars. Pain taught you the art of calculated patience. You wait not out of weakness, but because you know time sharpens your edge. You let them underestimate you. Let them think your quietude means retreat. But every moment of stillness is a chess move. You're not hiding, you're plotting. You're not broken, you're rebuilding, brick by brick, with the rubble they threw at you. They wanted a victim. Instead, they got a legend in the making. Let them talk. Let them dissect your silence like it's a mystery they're owed the answer to. They'll never grasp that your quiet is a weapon. A blade honed in the darkness they tried to trap you in. You don't need to explain yourself anymore. Words are currency, and you've stopped handing it out to bankrupt souls. You used to think healing meant forgiveness. You thought it meant hugging the people who stabbed you, pretending the scars didn't itch when it rained. But healing isn't about absolution. It's about evolution. It's about becoming so focused on your own grind that their names fade into background noise. It's about building a life so solid, so unshakable, that their absence becomes a gift. You don't hate them. You just outgrew them, like a snake shedding skin that no longer fits. They say you're ruthless now. Good. Ruthlessness is just another word for self-respect. You don't waste time on half-hearted connections, on people who show up late and leave early, on those who mistake your kindness for permission to walk all over you. You've become selective, precise, unapologetic, and that terrifies them. They're used to a version of you who bent until your spine cracked. Now you stand straight, unyielding, and they don't know how to navigate the new gravity of your presence. Your silence isn't emptiness, it's fullness. It's the sound of you choosing peace over chaos, purpose over pity. While they scream into the void, desperate for attention, you move like a shadow. You don't need their spotlight. You've learned to generate your own light, a cold, steady flame that doesn't flicker when the wind blows. They expect you to retaliate, to lash out, to prove you're still human. But you've transcended that. You're not here to perform humanity for people who only valued you when you were weak. You're here to win, to grind until your success is so loud it drowns out every doubt they planted in you. And you'll do it without fanfare, without apologies, without looking back. Let them call you cold. Let them dissect your detachment. You know the truth. Coldness isn't cruelty. It's clarity. It's the ability to walk away from a burning house instead of standing in the doorway, waiting for someone to hand you a hose. You've stopped watering gardens that never bloomed for you. Now you tend to your own soil, planting seeds in the ashes of what they tried to destroy. You smile at pain now. Not because it doesn't hurt, because it does. But you've made peace with the ache. You wear it like a second skin, a reminder that you're still here, still standing, still dangerous. Pain tried to bury you, but it forgot you're a seed. And seeds don't scream when they're planted deep. They grow. They look at you like you're a stranger, like the version of you they knew died in the wreckage of their betrayal. They're right. He's gone. And what rose from the ashes isn't human. It's something fiercer, something forged in the white-hot intensity of your suffering. You're not their friend, their lover, their pawn anymore. You're your own sovereign, ruling a kingdom built on resilience, solitude, and unapologetic ambition. Let them fear your silence. Let them tremble at your calm. You've mastered the art of moving without making noise, of striking without raising your voice. You don't need to prove your strength. It radiates from you, a force field they can't penetrate. They thought they'd broken you, but all they did was reveal the steel beneath your skin. You don't seek revenge. Revenge is for the weak, for those still tethered to the past. You're here for redemption, for yourself, not for them. You've already won simply by surviving, by refusing to let their poison define you. Every step you take now is a declaration. I am not what happened to me. I am what I did about it. So smile. Smile at the memories that used to haunt you. Smile at the people who tried to write your ending. Smile because you're writing a new story, one where you're not the victim, not the martyr, but the unstoppable force they never saw coming. Pain didn't destroy you, it sharpened you, and now the world better get ready. You're not just surviving, you're thriving quietly, ruthlessly, beautifully. And the loudest sound in your life isn't your voice. It's the silence that follows when you walk into a room, the hush that falls because everyone knows. The man who's been through hell doesn't need chaos to make his presence felt. He just is, unshakable, unbreakable, and free.